Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another video. Um, yeah, I don't trust them. I don't trust them at all. Um, things are getting really weird. A couple days ago, there was a power outage in our apartment, and it seemed like the entire area around had power outages too. And as a result, my washer is now no longer working properly. But I had heard someone mention before that, they're going to push the vaccines. They're going to push the jabs much more intensely, and we're seeing that happen. And they're going to have planned power outages. Someone said that also. And I have never experienced a power outage living in here and where I live. And I noticed a couple weeks ago where the power outage, it wasn't a power outage, but like it was like, you know how sometimes like very quickly, like instantaneously, like a second, like power will go out and then it'll come back on. And it's just like, oh, that was weird. I thought all the lights turned off. And that's not a good sign. Like, it shouldn't do that. It usually means, I think I would say intuitive. I don't know anything about like the power grid or, electricity and power and stuff, but I would think that that's not a good sign because it's kind of showing that there's I guess the integrity is not there necessarily. But there was a huge power outage, and not huge, but it was like a couple hours long. And after the end of it, came back and everything I had to reset all the clocks and everything. Like, I'm sure some people experience that in the winter when it was like snowing and it was really cold and stuff. But it was really weird, super weird. We usually don't have that happen here. So, yeah, I don't know what to say about that. I think that's, things are starting to get really weird for me. I feel like there's some things that I feel like I don't trust a lot of what's going on around me. I don't trust what I'm seeing in the news. I don't believe it. And I'm just looking for answers. I really am. And I think a lot of people are, but people are afraid to feel like, oh, someone's going to judge me or someone's going to say that I'm crazy or schizophrenic or whatever that is. But it's not. It's purely just it's a gut level thing. And I think a lot of people feel it, but don't really know that it's something that you can question and can be like, hey, okay, this is really weird. Why are so many weird things happening at one time? Like, I understand the pandemic, right? I understand the whole thing. And that happens. Like, we've had that in the past. We had the plague, we had the whatever, Black Plague, whatever, right? And now there's this whole weird things that are happening with the climate, and it's just like there's a lot of things happening people are getting arrested and people are getting in trouble in the government, and celebrities are being canceled, and it almost seems as if the world is cleansing itself. It seems as if the world or the universe is deciding that things need to be rearranged. And it's almost like, when you clean your room or your house or something like that, and there has to be some sort of chaos first before you get that order back again, right? And it almost seems as if that's happening to the world around me, where everything is being like ripped and moved and shoved, and all these changes are happening. and not just in America, but like around the world. It seems like I'm seeing the news about like all these different things that are happening, and it's like super weird. It makes me feel super weird, and it almost makes me feel like I don't really want to do anything. Like sometimes I'm just like, why am I doing this? Because there's no guarantee that it feels like there's no guarantee that tomorrow is going to be the same. So like, why should I even bother, like, and if there's some sort of puppet master pulling the strings where, no matter what you do, there's going to be all these obstacles in the way of you achieving the things that you need to achieve in this life. And it tells me a lot. It tells me that there's some force out there that is preventing us from being fully who we should be, right? Because if you think about it, us as human beings, we're born in this earth and we inherently have a purpose. We have our personalities, we have our quirks, and we have our likes and dislikes. And these are all things that we should naturally be able to explore, right? It's like, tell a bear not to go catch fish in the lake or something, or the river, they catch salmon or whatever. Tell them to not do that. They're going to keep doing that because that's what they do, right? But for human beings, we're much more complex, and we all have this inherent purpose. We all we all are born into this world, and we have all these skills and these likes and dislikes and what we love and what we hate and things like that. And we were just meant to do that, right? But we're caught in this system, right? We're caught in this system or in this situation where most of our mind is occupied by doing something that is for someone else. It's not for us necessarily. It is for us in the sense that we get paid and then we pay the bills so that we can keep doing the basic things like just have a roof overhead, just drink water, and just eat shitty food that, I'm not that wealthy, okay? I'm wealthy because I have parents that are wealthy, but I'm not wealthy. So most of the time I'm saving money. I eat whatever will just like at least make me not hungry for today. That's like how I eat. I don't eat for pleasure for the most part. I can't, mostly because of like a health issue, and also because I just don't have the means for that. I like paying $20 for a meal just makes no fucking sense to me right now. But these things, like the food and like all these things, like the pleasure of eating food is just, it's God-given, and it's not necessarily like religion. It's like, it's more of like, these are things that are just existing in this universe. We can talk all day about like what the origin was. Like, is there a God? Is there a creator? We can talk for years, hundreds of years. We can talk about it. But as life as we know it, as this world that we have it, it's here and we were born into it. But somewhere down the line, someone decides that they know what's best for us, and they decide that we are somehow we depend on them to know what we need to do for ourselves. And I understand having a government. I understand having structure. I really do. But when the structure that has been provided for us starts to go awry and it's no longer serving the interest of us, the people, then that's when I really have an issue. Because I never had an issue until now. When I start to feel like people are pushing some sort of agenda that is nefarious, it's not for the best interest of the people, then I have a big issue. And it makes me so angry. And, I was talking to my girlfriend about this, about the feeling of feeling so angry that I'm forgetting how to be angry. Because I am angry for not only myself, but for all the other people that are suffering, and the net amount of suffering that is caused by possibly a nefarious agenda makes me absolutely furious, and I just don't know where to begin to express that. So what can we do? I say all these things, but I haven't necessarily taken action. I have taken action for myself, but I really do think that everybody needs to really look into this and spread this awakening as much as you can, because I feel that this year has been a huge leap for me as far as my spiritual awakening. I've just found that the more that I dig deep into my isolation, the more that I dig deep into who I really am, the more that I understand and see the truth. Because when you see the truth in yourself, you can't help but see the truth in the outside world. It happens naturally. And honestly, I think I feel like it's a lost cause. But I am so willing to do as much as I can to spread information, to spread this awakening, that I'm willing to do whatever I can to get people to that same place, because that is our natural place. Our natural place is to understand truth within ourselves and within the outside world. So I highly recommend just thinking more about oneself. Like, who am I really? What do I like? What I dislike? What is it that I really care about? And once you ask those questions, you really find out a lot about yourself. And unfortunately, it takes, I think most of my of the people that watch my videos are y'all are really okay with being alone. I think, I don't know for everybody, but I would say a lot of you are INFJs, and so it comes naturally. And to speed up the process, to understand truth, and understanding that life can improve. If you feel like, oh, I feel stuck, or things are shitty, it's because one needs to understand one's own mind, to begin to understand the truth in the outside world. And once you do, your life improves, your health gets better, your mental health gets better. The spotting of or seeing of the bullshit out there becomes much more easy, and you don't have to deal with all the just the extracurricular bullshit. You get cut straight to the point and really see what matters and what doesn't matter. So yeah, I would say I recommend taking that time. And I really hope that everyone that's watching this video is staying safe and staying sane, and just remembering that, okay, there's probably someone out there that is going through something worse than me. Like, the worst thing that's happening to me is that my washer's not working. Okay, big deal, Cliff. Like, just chill. But there's been accumulation of a lot of things. I'm not going to go into that, but that this past year, that's just been super challenging. But I think that now more than ever is important to for us to stay sane, and to really fight and really test yourself, and embrace being tested with your willpower, with your willingness to live and to thrive and to be a happy human being. Now is the time to embrace the test that is coming for us. I don't know how bad things are going to get. I don't know how difficult things are going to get. I have a feeling that things are not going to get easy anytime soon. I feel like a year or two, like it's still going to be shitty, but we can deal with it. I think that we can still deal with it. We can still get through this. And once we get to the other side, it will be great. And I really believe that. Because these days, I don't know what to believe. I can only believe in my own intuition, my own gut feelings about what's happening around me, and thinking for myself, and to be like, okay, I see the situation, but how do I really feel about the situation? How do I really interpret the situation? And how do I detach my ego and think to myself, what is actually happening? Doesn't matter how I feel about it, but what is actually happening, and how does it affect me, and how can I get through the situation and make sure that everyone is in a win-win situation instead of a lose-win situation, or somebody is getting the shorter end of the stick. Okay, that's all I wanted to share today. It went on for a lot longer than I thought it would be, but like, thank you if you stuck through the entire video. I really do appreciate all of you that just watch and really watch all the way through and listen intently to what I have to say. Because as far as like creating content, like I know that I'm a content creator. I really feel like I'm my genuine self and my true self when I'm making these type of videos. And I think I should dig deeper into that, because a part of me is like, go back to just making funny videos, go back to just, making people laugh. And I love that, but I think in order to just keep going and to keep being consistent, being one true self is the way to be able to continue to keep making this content. And I'm sure, so I promise that the production value will improve, but it's been a while. Like I've been working on setting up my PC, and once we get that done, I'll have more fun graphics and things. And so it's not just, plain video, but maybe you guys like that more than me like doing edits and at least attempting to crack a joke. Maybe you just like this, and so please let me know if you would prefer more production value, or you don't care, or maybe like a mix of both. I think that might end up I might end up doing that, or just like a mix of both, where sometimes I make a nice well-produced video and sometimes I just straight up talk to the camera. I think that might be the best way. But anyway, thank you for watching. Stay safe. Remember, don't stay asleep, don't be a sheep, and let's kick some ass. All right, peace.